If you're an older adult, or you're totally out of shape, or maybe even both, it's hard to know how to get started getting yourself back in shape so that you can enjoy all the activities that life has to offer you. In this video, I'm going to give you some basic steps that are going to help you make your next 10 years some of your best years. Okay, let's start right off with the disclaimer. Pretty much every fitness instructor will tell you get a checkup before you start a physical fitness program to make sure that you haven't got anything that's going to kill you if you start working out. What I'd like to add to that is keep in mind that a lot of the physical conditions, a lot of the bad conditions that we have are the result of being inactive, out of shape, and overweight. So don't let just everything stop you. As an example, I've spent the last roughly 3 months going through cancer treatment. I had colon cancer. So I went through 2.5 months of chemo, and about a week ago I had major surgery to remove a section of my colon to cure the cancer. So I'm pretty much starting from scratch because during the chemo, eating was hard, training was even harder, and of course with surgery you're not allowed to lift anything heavy, do anything dangerous. So I'm really kind of pushing the envelope here by starting as early as I am after the workout because I still have stitches all over my stomach from the surgery. So I'm going to be careful, and you should be too. But you shouldn't let just any little condition stop you from getting started because there's a good chance that the conditions are a result of your level of inactivity and general fitness. So with that, let's get started. So the goal with getting in shape is to gradually improve your cardiovascular health, your strength, and your flexibility. Those are the 3 major goals that you should target. As far as the quantity of workouts, you should target 3 to 4 days of working out every week with rest days in between. Because the goal of the workout, particularly strength training, but even running, the goal is to stress your muscles so that when they recover, they come back stronger than they were before you stressed them. And if you don't give yourself the recovery days, then you'll continually spiral downhill. So you've got to have those recovery days in between your workouts. You should start each of your workouts with some kind of a warm-up, some light stretching, some light steady state cardio, maybe walking on a treadmill, walking in place, whatever you have available to kind of get your blood circulating, get your muscles warmed up a little bit before you engage especially in lifting weights. So again, this is really designed for people who are just getting started. So if you're just getting started, you shouldn't think that you can go out and run a marathon day one. So for cardio, you should choose some low impact activities. You can start off with just walking, maybe swimming, maybe some water aerobics, something relatively simple, and gradually increase the length, the duration of the activity as you get more comfortable. If you can, you should work yourself up to where each of your cardio sessions is 30 to 45 minutes long. And maybe a simple rule of thumb is to do those things at a level that allows you to still carry on a conversation, but with a little bit of it may be a little bit difficult to carry on a conversation. In other words, you're breathing, your heart rate is up. It's a little difficult to carry on a conversation, but you can still do it. Now let's talk about the strength training. So when it comes to strength training, a lot of ways you can do this, a lot of different exercises you can incorporate, but I feel like one of the most important things is to try and do exercises that involve the most of your body, that involve moving your body through a range of motion in space. In other words, exercises like squats are a good example, where you squat down and bring yourself back up. You're actually lifting your body's traveling through space. It engages a lot more of your body when you do these types of exercises. You can use weights, you can use resistant bands, or you can just use your own body weight, especially when you're just getting started. A good efficient way to do your weight training is to split your body up into 2 parts so that one day you're working out one part of your body, the next time you work out you're doing another part of your body. That way, if you're doing a workout, if you're committed to 4 days a week, it allows you to work out, let's just say your lower body one day, your upper body one day, take a day of rest, and actually on the day you're working out your upper body, your lower body is getting some rest, so you're getting 2 days of rest on each section of your body. And that way your body has time to recover and be prepared and be stronger for your next workout. So here's 5 simple exercises you can do for upper body. This is going to be engaging your arms, your shoulders, your chest, and your upper back. First one is arm curls. Now, if you don't have some dumbbells, I highly recommend you get a set of adjustable dumbbells because it's the simplest way to do multiple exercises with the same piece of equipment. So this is an arm curl, very simple. You're just basically arms hanging at your sides, bringing your arms up to the fully contracted position and back down. For your shoulders, a very good exercise is lateral dumbbell raises. That's just taking the same weights, and you could use milk jugs if you wanted to for this exercise. Just anything. You can just use your arms if you're just getting started, because your arms might be heavy enough to give you the resistance that you need. This exercise targets your deltoids, your shoulders, even your traps, which are the muscles right next to your neck. So the next one is chair dips. I'm using a bench here, but basically my feet are on the ground, legs are extended out a ways, and I'm just gonna go down and back up. This exercise targets your triceps, the big muscle on the back of your arms, which gives your arms the most of its size. And in some part, it does affect your chest as well. Now to target your lats, which are the muscles that give you the V shape, chin-ups are great, but it's hard to start out doing chin-ups. So an easy way to work on those muscles is doing dumbbell bent over rows. Again, basically if you have a bench or even a chair, or you can even just do it standing up, bent over and put your hand on your knee to support yourself. And you have a dumbbell, and we'll turn sideways so you can see it a little better. Back's nice and flat, and you bring the dumbbell up, bring the weight up and back at the same time. Rather than bringing it like this, bring it up and back, because that targets your lat muscles. You may not be strong enough to do a normal push-up, but almost everybody can find a wall to lean against or something to lean against, and you can do what we call a wall push-up, where you just do basically a push-up, but you're leaning against the wall, so you're not supporting your entire body weight. It's a little bit easier to do, and when you're just getting started out, work with what you can. So now let's talk about legs. You know, one of the greatest predictors of mortality, of how long you're going to live, is leg strength. Grip strength is another one, but leg strength is a pretty big one, because you lose strength in your legs, you lose mobility, and you lose your balance. And falls are actually one of the greatest causes of death in older adults. So leg strength is very, very important. And I'm dressed the way I am just so that you can see. You don't need special gym gear. I'm working out in a storage unit where I've got my weights set up and a bunch of tools and stuff that I have. But you don't need, you can do this in your garage, you can do this in your house, you can do this just about anywhere, in the park. But anyway, back to leg strength. So we're gonna just do 3 or 4 moves here that are real simple moves for leg strength. And the first one, the big core exercise for your legs, is the squat. Sometimes I use the weights and I do squats coming down onto a bench and back up, but for just getting started out, just using your body weight and doing squats like this, I'm going to give you an example. Here you go. We go all the way down as far as we can go, and we come back up. Just as simple as that. Go as far as your flexibility allows, all the way down, and then come back up. Really concentrate on keeping your body as upright as possible. Don't try not to do this as on your way down. Keep yourself straight up and down as best as you can, and come back up. Simple squats. And again, you can add weight as it gets easier to do, but start off, you can just use your body weight. Another great exercise for legs is lunges. Lunges put all the stress on one leg at a time, and they target not only your quads, but they target your glutes and your hamstrings. So they're a very good exercise, very good core exercise to add to your routine. And the lunges can be done a number of different ways. We're going to do a backwards lunge, where we start with our feet beside each other, we step back, go down, let our knee touch the floor, and come back up. And when you're coming back up, try to lift that back leg off the ground as soon as you can on the way up, so it puts more of a load on your leading leg, on the leg that's doing all the work. Again, it's just back, down, and back up. This one, not only does it work those muscles, it also works your balance and coordination as well. So it's a real good compound exercise to add to your routine. You can also do them the other way. You can go forward and down and back up. But I think you get a little bit more out of them if you do it the way I showed in the first example. Now here's another simple one you can do with weights or without, but starting off, probably just do them without. It's called the good morning. Basically, all you're doing is bending over, keeping your legs straight, keeping your back straight, bending over and coming back up. When you come back up, tuck your butt in and flex your butt muscles, because the purpose of this exercise is somewhat to work your spine erectors, your lower back muscles, but mainly to focus on your hamstrings and glutes to do the work. It's basically a deadlift without the weights. So it's a lot less dangerous, but just basically down and back up. And you can move your arms out farther to add a little more resistance. Okay, our next exercise is going to be an ab exercise called a plank. Sit-ups can be a challenge if you've got a lot of extra belly fat, or if you're just way out of shape. But a plank is something everybody can do because you can modify it to make it easier. The goal is to get in this position with your elbows are on the ground and your legs are extended out and your body is elevated, and just hold it. Just hold that position as long as you can. Very simple exercise, very effective, especially when you're just getting started. One more simple abdominal exercise, if the plank is too difficult especially, but even if you can do the plank, this is another one. It's very simple to do, and most people, no matter what condition they are, can do at least a modified version of this. And it's just a knee to the elbow, knee raise, and it goes like this. You try and bring your opposite knee to your opposite elbow. And this is one of those ones you can do as many of them as you can. Don't limit yourself to 10 or 12, but do as many as you can till you feel the burn in your abdominal muscles. And you really have to focus on your abdominal muscles when you're doing that. Don't think so much about raising your leg, but think about pulling from your abdominals. Whoops, I went to the wrong elbow. Okay, so that's enough for your leg workout. So again, if you can divide those things up like that, and you do the leg workout one day and the upper body workout another day, take a day off, and then rinse and repeat. I think that's a great way to space out your workout so that your body has time to recover and grow and get stronger. Now let's talk about the flexibility. I need to do another video that shows a series of stretches that I like to do every morning. But in this video, I just want to say that you need to spend at least a little bit of time each day focusing on your flexibility. I like to do it right when I get out of the shower in the morning. My muscles are warm and they're ready to go. And basically, you focus on your major muscle groups. The backs of your legs are one of the things that really get stiff as you get older and as you get out of shape. So focus on being able to touch your toes. Focus on stretching out your arms and your shoulders, and just focus on trying to hit every section of your body with a little bit of stretching activity. And it's even good to incorporate the stretching at the end of your workout, because that's another time when your muscles are warm, they're going to stretch better and you're going to have a more beneficial effect from your stretching activities. So you can finish up your workouts with some light stretching and maybe even go for a light walk. So to put all this together, that's some basic workout instruction. You should listen to your body. If you experience pain or discomfort, stop and rest. You should remember to stay hydrated, drink plenty of water, and learn to be patient, because progress takes time. You didn't get in the condition that you're in overnight. You're not going to get out of that condition overnight either. One workout you're not going to see anything. But 6 months down the road, you can be a completely different person. Having a workout buddy can also help you stay focused and stay committed, because if someone else is expecting you to show up and do your workout with them, it gives you a little more incentive to get the job done. And if you're a social animal, consider joining some sort of fitness group, a gym, somewhere where you can go to classes, and you may benefit from the group environment and from a little bit of peer pressure. So remember, the key to success is consistency. Start slowly and gradually increase your intensity and the amount of weight that you use, the amount of time that you devote to it as you become more comfortable. With just a little bit of patience and dedication, you can improve your fitness level and enjoy a happier and healthier lifestyle. If you got value from this video, please share it with a friend, and as always, thank you for watching. And subscribe.